Sorry, Robin. Hello.
From Tuesday, October the 16th, Capital Radio 539 goes on the air.
Penny, where have you been?
Capital Radio in tune with London, yeah.
It's going to be such fun, you can tell.
Capital Radio.
Isn't it good to know?
Capital Music. All the way.
Radio.
24 hours a day.
Capital Radio 539 starts Tuesday.
Capital Radio in tune with London, yeah.
Kids will be in a minute. You better put something on.
Capital Radio in tune with London.
I don't mean the radio.
But it's Capital Radio Day.
Wake up to Capital Radio tomorrow.
Yeah, Bill, do you know what day it is?
Happy birthday.
No,
Happy anniversary.
it's Capital Radio Day.
Wake up to Capital Radio tomorrow.
Capital Radio in tune with London, yeah.
Hello, I'm Michael Aspel, and I'd like to introduce some of the people that I work with here at Capital Radio.
Well, hello. I'm Alan Freeman. I'm sorting out some records for the Monday Night Rock Show at 8:30, and then on Saturday it'll be a little different. We'll say greetings, pop pickers, and we'll have Pick of the Pops take 2. You will join me, won't you? Ta-ra.
Hello, I'm Graham Dean. I do the Capital Breakfast Show, 6:30 till 9 every weekday morning. The best traffic news, all the weather, the time checks, and some really good music as well. See you then.
And that's where I come in, 9 to 12, Monday to Friday, a 3-hour magazine program with music, some compelling chat, and some very interesting guests as well.
Hello, I'm Nicky Horn. Why not join me for lunch tomorrow on Capital, midday till 2? You could win the most exciting prize of your life in Lunch on Me. Let's have lunch together tomorrow on Capital.
Hello, I'm Mike Allen. Why don't you join me between 2 o'clock and 4 each weekday afternoon on Capital? I'll be playing some of your favourite music, an all-time top 6, and a look at the astrology side of things. So I'll see you at 2 o'clock, eh? Okay, have a good day.
Hi, my name's Brian Wolf, and I'm Capital's Flying Eye. And you'll find me flying every morning in the Graham Dean Show, of course that's the breakfast show, trying to help you to get through London's traffic. And I get stuck in London's traffic myself too, because I also ride on this, the flying bike. And you'll find the flying bike on Nicky Horn's show, Nicky at Noon.
All right.
This is an engineering test transmission being made by the Independent Broadcasting Authority.
You can turn on the phone with Capital Radio.
I mean, we were very confident that that there was a place for the kind of radio that independent radio was going to offer. But I don't think we ever knew, right from the very beginning, of the real crisis which hit us. I mean, we had neither listeners nor did we have advertisers. I mean, the number of advertisers were half a dozen.
We got the 3-day week and the miners' strike within 4 months of starting, so you couldn't give the stuff away.
Capital Radio will be offering you non-stop entertainment and music 24 hours a day on 539 meters medium wave and 95.8 megahertz stereo VHF. Capital involves Londoners, and many of our presenters will be talking with our listeners by telephone.
The people we had on board were extraordinary. We had, we had Aspel and Everett, we had Roger Scott, we had Nicky Horn.
Capital Radio, Monday to Friday, begins at 6 o'clock in the morning with myself, David Simons, playing good music in the studio, and Monty Modlin out and about in London. After the 9 o'clock news, Tommy Vance and Joan Shenton entertain with more music and open up the telephone lines on their daily Swap Shop feature.
For a souvenir in London.
At midday, Dave Cash with Cash Countdown.
I count round and round. Let's all send lots of money go round. Everyone take a little bit here and a little bit there.
2 o'clock, and Tony Myatt's your afternoon host until 4, when Roger Scott guides you safely through the P-car. London's Day is reviewed by Simon Prebble and Susan Denny at 6 p.m, and then Nicky Horn blows the gaff at 6:30 for 2 hours of rock music, collectively entitled Your Mother Wouldn't Like It. News is on the hour every hour, and there's no better way to spend each day than with Capital.
The date is October the 16th, 1973. The time, 5 a.m. This, for the very first time, is Capital Radio.
Isn't it good to know Capital Radio? Capital Radio, such a good way to make your day. Capital sounds go round and round, London town, up and down. The brightest sound in London town. Capital Radio, in tune with London capital. In tune with London capital. In tune with London capital.
And he said, listen, you, he said, I didn't choose you because you're a good disc jockey. I chose you because you're a nice bloke. Now bugger off and be a nice bloke on the air. And then he said, there are 2 rules to this radio station. Tell the truth and be real.
Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Good morning from myself, David Simons. The time is 9 minutes past 5 on the first day of Capital Radio. It is not going to be a customary habit to deliver long diatribes on Capital Radio. It is your station. May I just sincerely say, on behalf of those people that you won't be meeting, the people who made this whole exercise possible, Richard Attenborough, Brian Forbes, Michael Butt, the program controller, our general manager, Tony Salisbury. These are the nicest people with whom I have ever been associated in my entire career, and if I am to be permitted these few seconds, it is merely on their behalf to say thank you for being there.
Capital Radio, in tune with London.